Okay, so just a quick update on the leadership contest. The second round results have just come through, I assume from the 1922 committee room, and they are as follows: Boris Johnson 126, Jeremy Hunt 46, Michael Gove 41, Rory Stewart 37, Sajid Javid 33, and Dominic Raab has been eliminated. Interesting. Johnson's up only a little. I mean, he's still almost certainly going to win this, but it is interesting that his uptake is only a little bit. So kind of the notion that the Tories just want this to be over and done with, that they want the coronation, obviously isn't taking place here, because if that was the case, then the other five candidates would be, they wouldn't even be going through this process. So other interesting things to take from this: Stewart is up. Now, obviously, he's far behind Johnson. You can't make a comparison, but nor can he be dismissed, because if it keeps going this way, he could be the one facing Johnson. Dominic Raab eliminated. Okay, obviously the math was that Stewart was in the bottom before. I think a big issue with Raab's elimination, and obviously they'll be analysing this, will be the fact that he was the only candidate suggesting that Parliament be prorogued, which hasn't happened, I understand, since the reign of Charles I, 360 years ago. So, 370 years ago, in fact. So that's interesting. The next debate is tonight, BBC One, and Johnson is supposedly going to show up to this one. Again, I say to the Johnson supporters, your candidate is obviously well ahead. He's probably going to win, but Johnson will need to show up tonight, because if he doesn't, what's that going to say? It's going to say he has contempt for Conservative members. And I don't think he does, but I think it would just be bad PR. So he really needs to turn up. But frankly, I hope the other candidates, don't go easy on him, because not turning up to that first debate. I mean, the official line is, oh, well, we don't want blue on blue infighting, because Labour will exploit that. But this isn't just about the internal Tory party, you know, what the candidates, the differences between the candidates. This really is about the country. And surely the wider public have a right to know. I know it's the Tories that are voting for the next leader, but surely the wider public, it is good for democracy for the wider public to see these people scrutinised. I mean, obviously it's the Tories that are choosing the next leader, but if there is a general election, this will kind of be a preliminary to the general election, assuming, well, there may be debates with that as well. But anyway, that's the results. So anything could happen tonight. Um, any one of these five men could do disastrously tonight. Um, and we'll see what happens. I think that they're going to be going for Johnson. However, they shouldn't go too hard at Johnson, because then that will also look bad. It will look like they fear him, that he is, the anti-establishment figure or something like that. So, they need to play their cards right. As for those who are left, I was never that fussed on Raab. I just hope, though, that the fact they didn't get enough support was because of this proroguing thing, and not something silly like the feminist issue. Because if that's the case, then Michael Gove should have been eliminated for the cocaine thing, which is, in my view, worse, significantly worse. But anyway, that's that. So, BBC One tonight. We'll see what happens.